between Grady Matthews and Mike Galassi. And my guest in the booth here is the Honorable Tony Loretti, who is the mayor of Carolina Beach, North Carolina. That's a whole story in itself. And this is a race to 11. And what do you think of this match, Tony?
Yeah, well, this whole series has been fantastic. I think this match is going to be a very exciting match. Grady, as you well know, in the last time they played, beat Mr. Mike Galassi, and he got him to play a lot quicker than Mike Galassi normally plays. So it'll be interesting to watch and see if he does it again.
The players are lagging for the break. I might try to tell you about the new rules, or the rules of this championship.
Galassi has one leg and will choose his pocket.
All right. Now, the referee is Marty Blaha, and he lives here in the Tidewater area, and he works for Long's Billiards Supply, one of the sponsors of this tournament. What is the tournament rules are this? It's back pocket 9 ball. That is, you can pocket all the other 8 balls. However, the new rule in it, you must call the pocket, and if you shoot and you luck a ball in, that does not count. And your incoming opponent, if he has an undesirable layout, he can choose to make you shoot again. So Mike Galassi has chosen the pocket underneath him, I believe to the left here.
Yeah, there'll be no luck in this particular series. And unless the player calls a safety, if he leaves you with a bad shot, you can tell him to shoot again, which is a good advantage.
I like this format, and it's a lot of strategy. It's like chess on the pool table when it comes down to the 9 ball if you don't make it on the first shot. I've been told by our producer here that Mike Galassi has the table, the corner pocket where the quarter is, up at this upper end of the table. He is choosing to play at safety here.
Mike Galassi plays a very determined game. He cinches every shot, very, very accurate. He splits that pocket every time with the object ball. It's very rare that Mike Galassi will get a shot on a ball that he's supposed to make and miss it. He absolutely is a very, very careful player.
Well, the safety that he played did not turn out too well, and Grady's executed a great shot. Look out, look out. Oh, he's
You know
okay.
what's amazing about Grady? How quickly he plays. He doesn't. He has no indecision on his part as far as running these balls.
Well, I tell you, he knows what he's trying to do, and he makes up his mind in a hurry, and he does. Sometimes I think it's a little bit. He shoots a little bit too fast. Grady is doing quite well. He's got this cue ball on the string here. Now he's come up a little long on this shot. But he's got the right angle. Now what he'll try to do here with this 6 ball is just shoot it rather easy. A little bit of hold on it. Uh-oh, he missed it. Oh, he got it off the corner.
That's 2 balls in this game that he hit the corner of the pocket.
Now what he's going to do here, now Grady has the pocket up here. Well, he's Grady has a very fertile mind, I keep saying in every one of these matches, that he's trying to get a position on the 8 ball. Well, I don't know exactly what he's got in mind to do here.
That's not an easy bank, but he could cross behind it.
I think he's just playing a
safety.
safety.
There.
That was not a very good safety. I mean, he left Mike a semi-good shot, I would say.
You know, Grady's speed is much faster than what Mike likes to play, but he tends to get Mike playing faster because of that.
If they start playing slowly, I like, well, I think Mike will do a lot better. Of course, I make Grady a kind of prohibitive favorite to win this match. Mike's going to attempt to try to make this 9 ball 2 rails, but I think it will go long because he wants to control the cue ball down there. You see what happened there, Tony, with that shot? There's one of those shots that you could not really go for it, and he ended up hitting it a little too hard, leaving Grady a pretty good shot. Grady's going to make him pay for it too.
Oh yes, yes, yes. They did play earlier, and as I said before, Grady Matthews won the tournament, won the game with Mike Galassi. It was 9-5 was the score.
And Mike is practically, I would say, about 100 to 1 to lose this game. If he makes it in Grady's pocket, he loses the game. So the first game goes to Grady Matthews, and he now leads 1 game to nothing.
No, what's great about this game is the fact that it's a very accurate game. There's no way that you could luck a ball. There's no way that you could hide a ball, and you can't move the 9 ball intentionally unless it's on a good hit.
Yes, in the event that the 9 ball is moved on a bad hit or inadvertently or just striking it, the incoming player has the option of moving the ball back to where it was, or he can leave it in the more advantageous place.
That's a very important rule, because you know if that rule didn't exist, the players would be looking to put that 9 ball where it would be advantageous to them early in the game.
Grady's pocketed to 1 ball, and he's coming around nicely for the 3. I'll tell you, Grady has played. I have got to commend him. Him being the tournament producer, wearing about 3 hats in that category, and just playing great and doing all those things. It is remarkable. It looks like, well, I won't make up my mind.
It's rare that he doesn't one-stroke a ball. He lays the cue stick down, he eyes it up, he one-strokes it, he fires it in.
He's a little bit not exactly where he wanted to get there on the last 2 position shots. This one requires really striking it very hard.
Oh my God!
Boy, now Tony and I are laughing about this.
Unbelievable.
That was a great shot.
You know, when you hit a ball like that, it's almost like he didn't believe it could stay out of the pocket. And look at this.
He's cutting this ball backwards toward his pocket. He is.
like it had eyes.
I mean, it just went dead center. I'm telling you, this is a game of skill. There is no luck involved. As I say, you got to call every ball, and if you happen to luck one in, it does not count. And if you shoot and you miss a ball, which is even more as important, that if you shoot and miss a ball and leave it sewed up, the incoming player can make you shoot again. So
you know, that last shot on the 9 ball was a very difficult shot if you took your time. I mean, even if you took 5, 6, 7 strokes, it was a difficult shot. He took 1 poke and hit it.
Take a look at this layout. All he has to do is shoot the 2 in the side and stop. Shoot the 3 in the other corner right there where he's bending over and stop. Shoot the 4 in the other corner. Come back up for the 5. And the 9's all lying over here on the rail where he can get on it. Now, when you put the 9 ball where it is, that is very advantageous for.
And I'll tell you, if he gets out on these other 5 balls, Grady probably will get right behind at 9 ball. He's very good at getting on the ball.
And he's got the 8 ball down there and the 7 and the 8 where he can. He'll be shooting this ball straight in this corner up here.
Yeah. What he'll do is shoot that 7 in the corner and leave himself a small angle, and get behind the 8, and just he'll be behind the 9 quite easily if he doesn't miss these other balls. There we go. He'll be on this left side of the 8. Shoot the 8 ball in the corner, and just follow up for 9.
If I would have had a telestrator, I would have told you exactly where he was going to play every one of those balls and how he was going to play.
That's amazing.
Winner of game number 3 is Grady Matthews, and made it look very easy. And he's off to a good start. I think Mike is in for a short evening at the rate that they're going.
I'll tell you, the way Grady's playing in this game, if anybody rents this tape, he's going to kill his action. They're going to see Grady play this way, and he's never going to get a back pocket 9 ball game in the world.
I'll tell you, he's exposing his whole card here. I can tell you that. But it's going to be worth it. I'll tell you, this is a very prestigious tournament to win. And let's see, he did not make a ball. Now here's Mike's chance here.
By the way, in this tournament, there's, I guess, 4 or 5 excellent tapes that are available from this tournament from Accu-Stats, and one of them being the Jimmy Fusco Mike LeBron match. That was an excellent demonstration of good back pocket 9-ball play. Another one was that the tape where Grady made that 4-rail bank.
You're right. Grady, he has made some tremendous.
Who was he playing when he made that 4-rail bank? He was playing, was it Bowman?
I believe it was.
Dave Bowman. Yeah, he made that 4-rail bank on Dave Bowman.
Mike has complete control of these balls at this particular point. He'll just pocket the 5 ball down there, come off the rail, get a little angle at the 6.
Mike plays good on all the tables. I watched him in a tournament in Myrtle Beach on barroom tables where they had to cover the tournament in 4 days, and he played, one day he played about 6 games. It went till 4 o'clock in the morning, and he has stamina that's unbelievable.
Ooh,
A little weak on that.
Came up short.
He might
there.
have it. I can't see it from here, but
I don't think he has it.
he's shaking his head. He might not have it.
Now that was just a bad shot on Mike's part. He had to get it back long enough. He is shooting. He might be able to make it. I'm not sure. If he isn't, he's overcutting and trying to play a safety. He just did not have room to make it. I can tell you what Grady's going to do. He's going to try to get down there. See the chalk at the head of the table down there? He didn't get there, but that's where he would have liked to have been. But he's still got a good shot at this, cutting it down here in the upper right-hand corner pocket.
And he made a good shot.
All I can tell you is he's walking. The other guy's in trouble. Then at the end of game number 4, Grady Matthews has taken a pretty commanding lead at 4 games to nothing.
They ought to change this game to, instead of back pocket 9-ball, they ought to call it the Grady Matthews game. I mean, he's got speed control better than anybody I've seen in this back pocket 9-ball.
And it's beginning to show, too. And, of course, he's undefeated in this tournament, and he's off to a pretty good start here to win this championship.
His 9-ball gets to the pocket, only has 1 or 2 rolls left in it. Just about making it.
If you notice, Grady has switched sides every time that he breaks. The reason he's switching sides, he broke from the right-hand side, and the 9-ball seems to go to the left-hand side, which his pocket's up here at the upper left-hand corner. And, of course, when it's over there, it's a lot more advantageous place or position on the table for him. So some of the players I noticed never caught on to that throughout this tournament.
You know what else is amazing? There's 4 games, and there was one of those games where they fought for the 9-ball. Grady gets out, and he banks that ball or cuts it in his pocket, and it doesn't go down to fighting for the 9-ball. As we've seen in a lot of games, it can get quite gruesome.
You know, if you do not make it on the first shot and then you start moving, some of the games can last quite a while.
What's great is that there is no luck.
Yes. This, you get what you earn.
I've seen tournaments where the better player loses because 4 or 5 balls are made on a break. 9 balls made a couple of times in a race to 9. So 9 ball on a break, and the luck really takes the skill out of it.
Mike got a little bit jacked up over this 6 ball, making it a little more difficult to get on this 5. You notice now he's jacking up. I don't think he has enough angle to come back up the side. So he just took what he could get here. And he's still, he's just going to shoot and stop probably in that vicinity where the 5 ball is. And just take what he can get on the 6.
Good shot. Good control.
Well, I got a feeling he's going to just make this 6 and just drift over to the other side of the table and play the, well, he's trying to spin it. He's trying to come on the upper side of that 7. Let's see if he can do it.
Oh, he's staying on the.
He, well, he ended up in a very awkward position. The way he was stroking the ball, he was actually sliding. I thought he was pulling it back on the upper side. I didn't think he could quite do that. This is not an easy shot here.
Very difficult. I don't know if I would have, if I wouldn't have shoot that in this other corner here.
He could cue the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
What if you can hit it like that?
Yeah,
it's
it
all
doesn't
right.
matter, right?
Now what Mike is going to try to do here, he's going to just pocket the 8 ball, park the cue ball out in, about the middle of, not quite in the middle of the table, a little bit on the side where he's bending over, and try to 2-rail the 9 in the corner.
He's been good on these 2-rails. I watch him make several of them.
You know, most of the players have not adjusted to the length of the cloth. When I say the length of the cloth, they've all come up long, like they'll hit down about where the quarter is there under his leg. He shortened that enough too much. Yes, he did.
Grady will get that out kind of easily.
Well, this is the first game that they have come down to where someone has not pocketed the 9 ball on the first shot. This game could last maybe 5, 6, 10, maybe 15 innings.
And this particular game will be a race to 11 for the final.
Yes. The races prior to the finals here have been a race to 9, and this is a race to 11. Well, Grady has left him a 2-rail bank. The only thing,
the angle of the cue ball,
is the possibility of a cue ball butting its head with the 9 is coming. Let's see how close the 9 and the cue ball come. He's trying to 2-rail it back under himself. There he goes. Here comes the butt.
Yep. That's the only thing wrong with that shot.
And he's paid dearly for it.
If he had been over to the left another 3 inches, he would have an easy 2-railer, but that was too dangerous with that double kiss. Not a double kiss, but meeting up with it on its way back.
And the winner of game number 5 is Grady Matthews. While we have a little break in here, I'd like to tell you folks a little bit more about my guest, my honorable guest here. He is from South Philadelphia. I've known him for about 25 years. He used to own the Golden Q, the Willie Mosconi Golden Q in Philadelphia for 14 years. And he was also Jimmy Fusco's backer. And he was his backer when he played me one day, and it was a very financial benefit for him to be the backer. Jimmy taught, in fact, we were playing this game in Lynchburg, Virginia. Not this game exactly. We just started with the 9 ball and played 1 ball, 1 pocket.
1 ball, 1 pocket.
And anyway, Jimmy beat me. However, I got even with him one other time in Arlington, Virginia, where I did beat Jimmy playing straight 1 pocket. But anyway, I've known my guest here for about 25 years, and he retired to Carolina Beach, North Carolina, from Philadelphia. He said after he retired, he went to work. He ran for mayor of Carolina Beach, and is now the honorable mayor of Carolina Beach for a year and 4 months, isn't it, Tony?
That's right. A northerner in a southern town as mayor of the town.
I think it's one of the biggest upsets in political history. Here's a guy from South Philly. He's of Italian origin, and he ran for mayor in Carolina Beach, North Carolina, and won the mayoral.
You see that shot that Mike just made? Excuse me. That shot that Mike just made. He's very, very good at those real thin cuts. He cuts them length of the table, down the rail. He's done several of them, and he must have very, very good eyes to see the edge of the ball like that. There's another one.
Great shot. You called that one.
I'm telling you, he makes them all the time.
Anyway, to finish up on my story, Tony won the mayoral position in Carolina Beach by 82% of the vote. That is unheard of. I just think it's one of the greatest stories in political history of the United States. Only in America. Tony.
Only in America, that's right. My parents aren't from America, but my father used to say that, only in America.
Tony told me this, and we'll finish up on this story and we'll get on with it. Tony said when he was running for mayor that he told the people there that he was not a Yankee, that he was from the South. He said South Philadelphia. And he said my father had nothing to do with the Civil War, and I didn't either. And he said he was growing grapes in Italy when the Civil War was going on.
That's right.
And so apparently the people must have liked this, but he is now the mayor of Carolina Beach, North Carolina. I'm proud of you.
You're originally from North Carolina.
Yes, Concord, North Carolina.
Yeah, you live in Myrtle Beach, which is only about an hour south of me, and you're from Concord, North Carolina.
That's exactly right. Meanwhile, Mike Galassi, I believe, is going to win his first game.
That's right.
Great out there.
Very good.
And the winner of the sixth game was Mike Galassi, and he is now trails 5 games to 1.
You know, Pete Fusco left Mike Galassi a shot, which was 3/4 of the way down the table, about a ½ inch off the rail, and the cue ball was perpendicular to the object ball, and Mike Galassi cut it in length of the table. His eyes are so sharp that he sees the edge of the ball so clearly that he can cut those balls, and you just saw him do 2 of those shots in this game.
You called that 4-ball on him cutting it in the length of the table and played just beautiful position. You know, one thing I had never ever noticed about the 9-ball, that I never gave it much thought just playing regular 9-ball, which side of the table the 9-ball would roll on. But I have watched in about 9 out of 10 of the 9-balls, unless a ball comes around and strikes it, it rolls to the other side of the table from where you break them from.
In fact, when Petey Fusco played Mike Galassi, I think that was one of the disadvantages. Petey always breaks from one side of the table, and he should change accordingly with his pocket, but he doesn't. And I think you're right. In this game, you need every little edge you can get. You got to put that 9-ball. There you go. He almost made that cut. You got to put that 9-ball on an advantageous side of the table, and adapting to the breaking of one side or the other is maybe a 2% advantage, which will get you a game now and then.
You know, Pat Fleming and I, we were doing the commentary on Petey's match. Petey Fusco, we're speaking of, that was one of the semifinalists here, and he continued to break from the same side. And I questioned that because, from what I have seen, you've got to break them from the opposite side, and the ball will go over to your side more often than not.
His cousin Jimmy was telling him that too, that he should change sides, but Petey would have none of it. He just wanted to break from the one side.
You know, so many of the players get into the habit of breaking from the exact same position, but even in a regular 9-ball, you have to search for what we call a place where you're going to pocket a ball from. And
that's right. With every table is different. The balls sit differently up there. Grady wastes no time. Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a shot that, just like you said, he wastes no time. Now, that one's one where he took like 1 or 2 strokes and just shot. Of course, I know that's his style, but occasionally when you have a real tough one like that, you've got to be a little more...
Now, Mike does have a power stroke. He can make shots like this and pull it back kind of effortlessly. There you go.
Oh, boy, and that one just did not even touch a rail.
He's a very solid player. I mean, he holds that cue stick and he's plants his feet firmly. He's just a classic a straight stroke player that just does everything right.
No, he's got a good shot. I think he's playing to the quarter. All he'll have to do is just get the cue ball over in the middle of the table, somewhere about just beyond center.
Notice how long he stays down after he strokes. That's very important. He follows through and doesn't get up right away or move his body. And a lot of players, they have a little jump up out of nervousness, but he doesn't do that. He stays down in every shot.
He is banking back up here toward the quarter. And made it.
You know, he reminds me a lot of Buddy Hall's style, except he doesn't have a hesitation in his stroke. But he stays down like Buddy Hall, and he just has a very simple straight stroke. Nothing fancy. No slip stroking, no double stroking. Just back and forth 3 or 4 times, and hits the ball, and he stays down. A lot like Buddy Hall does.
And the winner of game number 7 was Mike Galassi, and now trails 2 games to 5. Now Mike has learned to switch sides of the table, so has Grady. He's noticed he moved his quarter over here to the left-hand side, and he's breaking. Let's see which way the 9 went. And the 9 rolled over there
That's
again.
yeah.
It is just doing it constantly.
I've never noticed that either, but it does work out.
Well, I don't think you pay much attention
No.
to it just playing regular 9-ball, but with this thing you immediately see in a very short period of time that the 9-ball rolls to the other side from where you're breaking, and you can put it in a good position for yourself. Grady has overcut this ball,
Yes.
and that's what you call an off. The only problem with this is that would be a good shot if you were not playing.
Yeah, if he had called safety, he wouldn't have to shoot again. But since he didn't call safety, he has to shoot again, and now he gives up ball in hand. Yeah, that's a good rule. I think that's an excellent rule.
I do too. I do not think that a guy should gain an advantage by making a bad shot.
Right.
And that's exactly what you do in this situation. If he, would not have had to shoot again. I mean, Mike would have had to shoot from there. But Grady caused the problem, and he should be able to have to come out of it.
What happens if the 9-ball goes in on the break in your pocket and you're breaking?
Oh, if it goes in your pocket, you win.
And if it goes in your opponent's pocket?
If it goes in your opponent's pocket, you win.
On the break.
He wins, yeah. Mike made a very poor shot here. He was trying to go on down beyond that 3 and maybe play the 2 back in the side or up here in the corner pocket. So now he's forced to play a safety. I think he's just going to knock it over behind the 9 and the 6. Put the cue ball. That's exactly what he's done. I heard Grady say to him, "I did not hear you call a safety." He said, "I did," and the referee concurred.
Wasn't it said yesterday the safety didn't have to verbally be called as long as it was obvious, or?
Well, I really don't know exactly. Yes, okay, our producer is saying if it's obvious that he's playing a safety, it does not have to be called. That was a good hit. Looks like a pretty good leave, too.
Yes, it looks like a very good safety. Might have a little look at the ball. It's hard to tell from here, but evidently he does have a little peek at the far side of the ball.
But even if he could make it 3-ball, he was playing a safety.
Safe.
The tables they're playing on are Gandy Big G, and they're supplied by Long's Billiard Supply here in Newport News, Virginia. And by the way, I don't think I've experienced, I don't know if you have, but I haven't experienced a single ball rolling off in the whole match, in the whole series of matches, the whole tournament.
You know, I think that when you go to a tournament like this, and if you do not hear any complaints from the players, you know things have been done properly. And I have not heard one complaint.
And especially in this game where you have to hit the ball that it just about reaches dropping speed to the pocket, and it doesn't roll off. I mean, these tables are very, very true. And they were installed by Long's Billiard Supply in Newport News, Virginia. And the referee, by the way, I believe works for that company. He works for Long's Billiard Supply, and his name is Mr. Blaha.
Marty Blaha, and he
Yes.
lives here in the Tidewater area. He's formerly from Lynchburg, Virginia. Now, Grady has Mike on one scratch. He's going to attempt to put him in a very difficult position. Now, let me kind of go over this rule. 3 fouls consecutively by the same player, he is loss of game. So it would behoove Mike Galassi to hit this 2-ball here. If he doesn't, he's going to be behind that 7-ball on the next shot, if the 7 remains there after this shot.
That was a bad hit.
Oh, that was a bad hit. Well, he moved the balls out there. But Grady's going to try to figure out a place and to hide him here to make or cause him 3 fouls in a row, unless he elects to run out.
And 3 fouls in a row will be an automatic loss of the game.
Here he is. I think he's going to duck him over here behind this 7-ball.
How'd he do?
Well, he's got a shot at hitting it, but it's going to be, if he doesn't hit it, of course, it's lost the game. Mike Galassi is on 2 scratches. He's going to bank 1 rail off the side over there, just below the side pocket, and hopefully hit the 2-ball.
This is a terrible position to be in, to be on 2 scratches and knowing the game is lost if you don't hit this 2-ball.
And to be behind 5-2, and if he
Yes.
doesn't hit this, it's 6-2. If he puts a little speed on this cue ball, I think he'll hit it. And
Okay, he
did.
made a good
All
hit.
right, he is off to
He
scratch.
saved himself.
I know he's glad that's over with.
That's a brutal roll, but that's a good roll, though. You know, that's an exciting roll.
It at least speeds up the game. It
Yes.
keeps the guy from taking half a dozen scratches in a row, which would not be very interesting. Grady called a 5-ball there, and he got himself. You know what? Not a bad play here, Tony, is to play a safety, and just he's looking at a bank shot here.
Played a safety how?
I would put the cue ball behind the 6 and the 8 if I were playing a safety here. I think that's what he's elected to do.
You called it.
He didn't get it though, but
No,
that's,
he
I
tried
was
it.
surprised he hit it
So hard.
so hard. You're right. Now, if Mike can pocket this 2-ball, get a shot at the 3, he has a legitimate shot of running out.
Well, Mike is good at making shots. He usually splits the pocket with these shots. See what I mean? Unbelievable.
Hey, that's-
And he's solid. I mean,
That's not an easy shot
no,
either.
that's a very difficult shot. And to control Whitey the way he did, he's a solid player. And he plays on all the tables, barroom tables, 4x8s, this kind of cloth, the nap cloth. He plays on everything.
It's a little bounce. Wanted a little more, but he's still all right. He'll shoot this 6-ball in and just kind of kill the cue ball, and hopefully not get completely straight in. But even if it does get straight in, it'll be all right. He's got just a little.
And everything he does is around pool, too. I mean, he's in the repair business. He's got a small lathe he travels around with, and he actually does key repairs.
He sells cue sticks and cases. He would like to have come just about another foot and be able to not be above or upstairs over that 9-ball.
Look at that
this
shot.
nice
Is that phenomenal?
It's not going to scratch. You don't have to
That's
worry
a
about
beautiful shot.
it. He would have liked to have been exactly straight in, whereas he could stop the cue ball down there. But I think he's going to have to go out and take a bank. Yes, that's what he's elected to do. So Mike has a chance. He's at least getting the first shot.
I mean, jacked up on that ball the way he was and pulling it back like that is it's an impressive shot.
He missed it, but he's not left anything there. Really not a good shot.
See, when it comes down to fighting for the 9-ball, though, Grady's always a favorite.
Grady will just take this ball and just roll it over toward his hole. And leave Mike where he has to play a defensive play. You know, Mike's been doing this. He's been fanning this ball. What I say, fanning this ball. No, he's elected to. He's going to knock it down the table, down near the top left-hand corner pocket, and just place the cue ball about the first diamond over here. There it is, down about the left pocket with the cue ball over here about the first diamond. That's a very good hit. I mean, it does not look like an extremely good shot, but that was hit so well. If he hits that a little thicker, it comes over here on this side. If he hits it a little thinner, he might double the corner and sell out. Now Mike needs to hit this ball and hit it hard enough for the 9-ball to go 3 rails. And leave the cue ball as 1 rail, 2 rails, 3 rails, and it's out of play there.
Yeah.
Grady does not have any. Well, if he wants to get real innovative, but he's going to just move it across the table. Cross it. There it is, called crossing.
You gotta watch Grady, though. He comes up with these 4-rail banks.
I'll tell you what, if this had one of those short cloths, when I say a short cloth, is a cloth that's been used quite a bit. It's a little damp where the balls come off a lot shorter off the rails. I mean, Grady would show you a lot more shots than they are on this table. With the long new cloth, they don't, it's very difficult to make a ball go 4 rails.
I think it's in the pocket.
Ooh, that's a good shot. But Grady, he's not even going to try to hit this one. Grady might elect to try to get a little closer. Yeah,
The reason why Grady has the ball in hand is because Mike decided to do the same thing that Grady did without doing it, so then Grady picked the ball up.
Grady might even try to make this ball. I'm not sure. I don't think he'll try to make it. But did he hit it?
I don't think he hit that ball.
No, the referee's saying he did not hit it. That's 2 scratches for him.
It's 2 scratches and Mike's on 1.
You know what?
Okay.
I would like to see Mike try the same shot and put him down here with some distance, and then he would be in a little bit
Mike's
of trouble.
on 2 scratches now too.
Let's look at the control that Grady had with that shot. He's got him frozen on the rail, and Mike's on 2 scratches.
Mike's on 2 scratches voluntarily, even though he didn't push the cue ball with his stick. He'd like to take the scratches.
And one thing he's got to do, he's got to hit this ball hard enough to get it back across the table, which he did.
Now this is that shot that Grady did a 4-rail on the other day into his pocket.
He didn't have quite the angle on it at that time. And where these guys are putting this ball right now, it's impossible to score it in your pocket. Nobody has even shown any kind of.
This is the longest offensive we've had in this particular match. Gets down to a chess game at this point.
Mm-hmm. You know what I like about this back pocket 9 ball is that, you know, you can shoot this 9 ball half a dozen different ways. Whereas if you were playing 9 ball, you only got 1 or 2 ways to shoot. You either shoot it in the pocket or try to play a safety. Now
and as Jimmy Fusco said, you know, in that regular 9 ball, you have a lot of young people coming up and being champions in a year or 2. Yeah. Whereas this back pocket 9 ball, the seasoned veteran would have to be the favorite. That's a nice shot.
It's a good
I mean,
shot.
you know, it might seem like he missed the pocket, but he put it down there from a very awkward position.
This shot, he's going to try to attempt to shoot it and hold the cue ball just to the side rail. The 9 ball go back down at least 2 rails. 1 rail, 2 rails. It's going to hit the 3rd rail, but he's left Grady. Grady is pretty good at this shot. I don't like it. He's not playing the ball. He's actually hitting it down toward his pocket, which he executed beautifully. Look where the cue ball is.
I mean, look at the speed control.
I mean, look at both of them.
The object ball winds up on an inch or 2 of the rail every time.
Mike's only got 1 choice here, is just to hit it with a little bit of top English and watch the cue ball just kind of stop up here. And the 9 ball will go 3 rails. 1 rail, 2 rails. Let's see if we get the 3rd one. Let's see if we get the 3rd one. Well, he made it.
Right on the rail.
Grady will put him the same shot, only this one has a little more chance of butting its head.
Oops, and a scratch. No.
You know, that was almost an instant replay of the one that Mike did. Now, Mike's went in the pocket. And Grady's was exactly the same thing. But Mike's got a pretty good shot here at this ball. The only thing he has to worry about is scratching with the cue ball. He's going to bank this ball, or attempt to bank this ball 1 rail. It's a pretty good shot at it. The only problem is he's on the rail and he's got a lot of problem controlling the cue ball. While Mike's taking a little break here, we'd like to tell you that Long's Billiard Supply in Newport News, Virginia is one of the sponsors of this tournament, along with Q-Master Billiards and Barry Bierman. Watch out, cue ball. Well, he got it down to his hole here. And the Holiday Inn here in Hampton, Virginia is also a sponsor. Now this shot, I can tell you, Grady's going 2 rails behind this ball and knocked it back down the table. And he did it great. Look where he stopped the cue ball.
He's got those shots down pat.
He does know that. I can read his mind on a lot of these. Mike looks like he's trying to bank it back up towards his hole. That's a very dangerous shot here.
That's what he's trying to do.
He hit it. I'll tell you what, I'm amazed how well he hit that ball.
Yeah, he made a couple of those shots on Pete Fusco today.
Grady's just going to hit this ball and put the cue ball up here and put it back down there in a similar spot of where it was.
Well, I'll tell you, he's
he's got it back almost
back
in the
where he
same
was.
position. Well, let's see if Mike can hit it better than he hit the last one. Tell you, this is he didn't hit that one quite as well. Well, I think Grady's going to do about the same thing, which he did. Now this to me is a very easy, safe shot here. You just shoot it into the side rail or let it drift up to the upper left-hand corner pocket. That's exactly, he doesn't want to make it.
But he did.
Doesn't want to make it. Now, by making that ball, gave Grady an excellent 2-cushion bank at this ball.
And he's pretty good at these 2-cushion banks.
It's
How'd
going
he
to
hit
be
it?
either in or close.
That's usually easy to get out from there, but when you have the cue ball near the rail like Mike has it, it makes it a bit more difficult to get it out.
He's only got one choice here, is to hit the short rail, which is the bottom rail here where the quarter is lying on. Come back into the 9 ball, and then hopefully he doesn't get a real adverse double kiss. Let's watch and see if it kisses. If it does, it's just luck where it rolls in. He got it out of there. It was an excellent shot.
In fact, a lot of times in that particular shot, they make it in their pocket.
If he would happen to catch that corner real good, he could possibly make it.
Well, this game's come down to whoever makes the first mistake.
You know, if Mike were off the rail just a little bit more, he could play a nice 2-rail bank on this ball and control the cue ball, but it's very difficult to get the cue ball way back down table here with that.
Now Grady could reverse this ball.
He's making sure he controls the cue ball. It's the main thing. And if he were just shooting it to make it, he would have put a lot more English on it and stopped the cue ball out there. He was more interested in the safety aspect of the shot, which was an excellent decision. At this point, he should not take any chances. He's leading 5 games to 2, and he doesn't have to. Now, Mike.
No, in this shot here, Mike likes to try to bank these in.
I would be more apt to just try to lag it over to my hole.
That's what he did.
Look out. He was trying to make it. All right, we're going to show you a replay of the ball that Mike Galassi shot out of the pocket here. Got it out of the pocket. Now watch where he hits this closest rail that you see there first. Then hits the ball, and the cue ball gets out of the way of the kiss. Excellent. You know, this match has turned into a real defensive match.
Yes,
in the
it is.
first four or 5 games, that Grady just shot the 9 ball straight in. Now lately, nobody has made the 9 ball on their first shot when they reach the 9. And then it has become a...
That was a little harder than I think Grady wanted to hit that, and Mike will definitely go for this and try to cut this in. And his accuracy on these kind of shots is phenomenal.
It's been real good. He's on the rail. This is not an easy shot. He's on the rail. He's got to draw the ball and then keep from scratching across the table. And he'll hit it just hard. Well, he'll hit it pretty hard because he has to draw the ball.
Watch his right arm. His right arm goes straight, and then when his wrist goes so far, then his upper part of his right arm goes down. Very, very good, accurate, straight stroke.
Grady will probably get this ball out of the pocket. He's going to hit the same way Mike Galassi tried to hit his out. And he did. There's the one that you were talking about that they make occasionally. If he were able to hit that just a little bit harder, you see it had a good chance of going. Oh, he took a real offensive shot, and looky. Wow.
You know, talk about that shot where they kick it out of the pocket. It almost goes into the other pocket. Way back when, quarter of a century ago, when you and Jimmy used to play that one ball, one pocket.
Yes.
And at your place in Arlington, Virginia. At that time, nobody had video cameras, but they were just beginning to come onto the market. And Jimmy said to me, why don't we get a video camera? And he wanted to come down to my Willie Mosconi's Golden Cue and study what happens when you first start the game and knock the ball away from the rail. He wanted to see whether he was getting double kisses or what, and try to go down and play you and basically rob you by having some inside knowledge of what happens to the ball. We never followed through on that, but his idea was to do that with a video camera.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because he said, you know, if I can only figure out how to hit that ball to get it near my pocket, and his idea was using the video camera for that. And today here we have Accu-Stats doing a detailed video of every game.
You know, occasionally when you're trying to knock a ball out of the pocket there, when it's almost futile and you have no other choices other than just for pot luck try to knock it out, occasionally the ball will double the corners and slip right over in the other pocket. And that happened to me in a match against Jimmy one time in Arlington, Virginia.
Like when we just reviewed that knocking the ball out of the pocket on the Accu-Stats here, you could actually see exactly what happens 1, 2, 3 with the cue ball and the object ball. And that's a great advantage for studying those sort of shots and knowing how to hit them.
Grady was a little fortunate there that he did not make that ball. Hey, here's a situation that Mike can take a scratch rather than... I don't think the ball is out far enough where Grady could shoot it in his pocket, or there's enough room. He can take a scratch. That's what he's elected to do.
On hand, Grady.
But Grady will not. Grady will try to put some distance between he and the ball this time. This is what I'm talking about. He'll try to put him back down here, and that's exactly what he's done.
Let's see how accurate that table is. You don't have to, when you're playing on a good table like this, you don't have to worry about that ball rolling into the pocket. Do you remember those pool tables up Chiefy's Pool Room in Philadelphia where you played?
Yes.
You couldn't roll the ball slow, could you, Beenie?
No. But that was kind of my kind of tables in those days. Every once in a while I liked a little bit of the luck element. Grady is trying a 3-rail bank here. 1, 2. Oh, he made a terrible
sold the farm
there
on that one.
He had a pretty good idea. He would, of course, had it pretty safe, but he just sold the game.
He sold the farm and all the livestock on that one.
Grady's going to take a break after that shot. And Mike Galassi wins game number 8 and now trails 3 games to 5. I think we're going to continue play here. Grady, I believe, has gone to the bathroom or to take a break after that shot, which he rightfully can do.
This is an exciting match.
I'll tell you, it's been a nice week, and Tony, it's been a pleasure. I will say this, work with you. We have done a number of these this week, and all I can say, it's a pleasure just to renew old friendships of people many years ago.
Well, we don't live far away from each other
No,
now.
we don't. And I told you I'm going to invite you down to my house one night when Mike Massey comes by and does a trick shot exhibition.
I'd like that very much.
Now that time Mike broke from this side and the 9-ball went to the same side. That's one of the few times that I have seen it go the opposite way that we had expected it to go.
But if he runs out, the 9-ball's not sitting in a bad position for a bank, or you can get behind it. So it's not, even though it moved over to Grady's side of the table, it's not a terrible position for Mike to make.
Did he call a safety, or did you say, did he call a play?
I didn't hear him.
Apparently he was playing.
Look at that shot.
Look at the cue ball control. I'll tell you what, Mike wins this game, he's right back into this thing. The game has been going to Mike's style of play. It's been rather slow, and it's given Mike a chance to maybe settle down with his nerves. And you know, anytime you get into one of those defensive games, you got time to not have to worry about too many runouts and things like that. So Mike has settled down, so I think you'll see that he'll play a lot better the rest of this match. He's got a nice angle on this 5-ball. He'll just shoot it in and force the cue ball down, about halfway over where the 8 is. That's exactly where he is. Got a nice angle. You just cut this in softly and come back up in the middle of the table. Just a little above the spot. Ooh, he hit it harder. I'm surprised he played it for the side pocket. But
Yeah, he
did it
must have
that well.
played it for the side. I can't imagine rolling that far inadvertently. I think he played it
No,
for the
he
side.
played it for the side, there's no question. Now look what he's going to do here, Tony. He's going to shoot this ball in easily. And then he's going to get position on his 8 that he's going to draw it over.
Draw it over to the 9, that's right.
Yeah, he'll draw it over near the corner pocket that's underneath the 9 and try to get straight in on the upper right-hand corner pocket where the quarter is.
And he got it.
Speed is great.
He's right on the money. I mean, you couldn't get it better than that. He's in the game.
If he makes this one, he is. Even if he doesn't make this ball, he figures to hang it up deep down in the pocket unless he misses it badly. He missed it. I could see the expression on his face.
And you know, I'll tell you, this particular game, since Grady Matthews is playing and also running the tournament, this comes as close to watching a man bet his own money.
That's right.
I mean, he is the one that pays the tournament prizes, so he is basically gambling his own money here, basically. And because if he wins the tournament, naturally he comes out better. Ooh, he almost got that kiss.
He only missed it by about a quarter of an inch, or maybe an eighth of an inch, so it just barely slid by there. Here's Grady's go 2 rails, try to kick it back down the table. And he hit it again well. That is just an excellent defensive shot. It leaves Mike here with not much alternative other than I like crossing it across back over to the upper right-hand corner pocket, bringing the cue ball back down here almost to the end rail. We'll see what happens. He's crossing it, and he's done it well. Now he just reversed it on Grady. Got the cue ball down here on the end rail. Grady's going to try to cross it back over to the other side, but that's not as easy as it was. He did it pretty well. He left Mike a shot this time. This is not an easy one, but it's a 2-railer. If he can hold this up and hit it really good, he's got a chance. Well, I don't know whether he's even shooting a 2-railer. Yeah, he is. Grady's got to hit this ball hard enough to get it back over on the, what we would be our left-hand side of the table, which he did. But he's left him the same shot, only a better shot this time.
Yeah, it's better. It's closer to the rail.
You know, Mike was cinching that shot to play a safety. I would think I would have gone for that, even though I would leave the cue ball on the side rail there. I would have had a much better chance of making it. Ooh, Grady made a bad mistake there. He caught the corner of the pocket, and therefore the 9 ball kind of two-railed out into an area where Mike has a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, well, Mike splits the pocket on these shots. I would definitely make him a big favorite making this ball. Rare that Mike miss a shot like that.
And the winner of game number 9 is Mike Galassi, who has narrowed the gap to 5 games to 4.
5-4, Matthews. Now that was a big mistake by Grady.
Yes, it was uncharacteristic of him to give him that good of a shot from a fairly simple position there.
I believe the prize money is $5,000 first prize and $3,000 second. So actually, this is a if Grady, this is worth $2,000 to Grady if he were to win this match.
I'll tell you, this has been a nice tournament here. It's been $17,000 added to the purse, and that's a pretty good tournament for a first time out.
Another thing, the players that entered this tournament, at least they knew that their skills would show, and there would be a lot of luck with them being eliminated by lucking balls in, making 9 balls on a break. So this is a good tournament for a good player to enter.
You know, actually, before the tournament began, you could almost pick the top 5 or 6 players.
That's right.
And it ended up about like that. Mike was a little bit of a surprise to be a, you know, undefeated up to this point, but he has, but he's capable, and he would have been one of my top 6 picks.
Yeah. Well, 3 days ago, I said it would come down to between Grady Matthews and one of the Fuscos, and ironically, Mike Galassi eliminated Pete Fusco twice.
Yes.
He beat him twice.
Boy, look at the speed of this. Now, there is a shot that I would say would probably win Grady this particular game. Or not necessarily win it, but he'll get the first shot at the 9 ball with that shot right there. Although the 4 is in an awkward position. Now let's see if he goes long on this. When I say that, it would be to the right of the 3. No, he didn't. He hit it well. Tell you what, he got away with it pretty good. In fact, he got away with it. Excellent shot. What would you do here, Tony, if you were playing a safety?
Well, I'd probably want to send that ball up one end of the table, leave Whitey down this end of the table, which is what he was
exactly
done. But you know, he didn't take much time in it. I would have thought he would have done it a little better, where he might have put that 3 ball all the way up on that rail.
Yeah, and a little more in the center.
And again, he just took, I would call it a half a stroke. I mean, he just laid down and hit it.
You know, Mike's got a little shot at, if he makes this ball, he figures to have some kind of a shot at the 4. He's going to go over there and hit the 4 or the 5. And then maybe give him, I know it would be a little bit of a luck position, but if he can make it.
Oh, he'll make it.
He made
yeah,
it.
He'll make it.
And it, as I say, he ended up.
You can't leave Mike Galassi a shot. I mean, he does pocket balls excellently, and again, he reminds me a lot of Buddy Hall in that they just roll that ball and they'll make it every time on you. So that's why I was surprised that Grady didn't try to put that ball up on the head rail up there.
That went in cleanly.
I'm
Now
telling you.
he's going to get the first shot at the 9 ball. You know, with a pretty good shot at making it, I would say.
Very, very solid.
Well, he didn't get exactly where he wanted to get on this 6 ball. He's only got one alternative, is to draw the ball back. He'd like to get it back, within a foot or so where he is right now, up this way. He kind of was about a half miscue.
Yeah, even heard that miscue.
Yes. That's why the cue ball did not go back. I think he's playing a safety. I haven't heard him say anything, but I think it's a safety. Yes. It's an obvious safety. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now there is what I call an unforced error. And Grady will probably make him pay for it too. That could be a big turning point. This particular game is really an important game. And Grady would take a 6-4 lead instead of being tied
He's
up.
in a perfect position to bank that ball.
Yes, he is.
And he hit it a little too.
And I don't think he got it.
No.
But he got lucky. This ball,
It's hard to get away from the double kiss. on
hard
this
to
one.
get away from the double kiss, and if he did try to bank it, it's hard to get away from the scratch down here in this corner. He would be better served to just play a safety here with this ball.
I've seen a lot of people scratch on this, trying to make this bank in the side pocket.
All I would do is just knock it a couple of rails, one,
That's
two, 3 rails,
He made a
and
very
put
smart
the cue
decision.
ball. Yes. Now there is a shot that Grady does not have a shot. Now that's not a bad shot. Look at the speed that he has.
Yeah. I like that shot, but I wouldn't have liked it if that cue ball wasn't where it was at. He would have left Galassi with a cross side.
Yes, I don't think he would have taken that shot had he not been able to control that cue ball and put it down on the end rail. Now Mike's opportunity here is to just knock it over toward his pocket, putting the cue ball back down there near where he is. Look out, Mike.
Oh, there he goes again.
Look out. Wow. Now you see he hit that ball way too thick. And
But what
he
makes
just
this
sold
game?
it.
What makes this game great is even here. I mean, this game came out very well. I mean, the man who makes the mistakes loses the game.
that's right. And that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. That's right.
And the winner of game number 10 is Grady Matthews, who now takes the lead at 6-4. Well, we have a little break in the action here. If you folks that are watching this videotape would like to order some other tapes of about 500 different tapes of matches of all the great players, you can call Accu-Stats Video Productions at 800-828-0397.
And this will be the first series of back pocket 9-ball tapes available, I believe.
It'll be the first ever.
And with some of these instant replays that Pat Fleming has done with the balls showing exactly how you get them out of a pocket and seeing the detail of that ball close up, that's the tape for that one aspect is well worth it.
Yes, if you're aspiring to be a player, and if you ever wager a bobble or two, it'd behoove you to buy some of these tapes just to learn the moves on them. When I was learning how to play pool, we had to learn by trial and error,
Yeah.
and sometimes we paid dearly for them. And Mike's going to just try to pocket this 2-ball and come back out in the middle of the table after knocking the 7 out and get straight in on the 3-ball.
Oh, he's okay though. He
He did it well. I just could not see the angle from here. The only problem ball that he has here is 6-ball. He's got to get exactly right on it after this. He'll try to get a nice little angle on this 5. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now the only reason he didn't get a real good shot at this 6-ball is he got too straight in on the 5. The previous shot caused his problem here.
But I'll tell you one thing, he'll cut that 6 right in. I mean, he cuts balls thin as good as anybody I've ever seen.
I think he's elected to play a safety.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
I would not have played it like that. I would have tried to put the cue ball behind that 9-ball. Over there and strike the 8, touch the 8.
Had he played the 6, I think he could have gotten on the 7, gone long down the table. Why did he play safe? He could have played that 6 and gotten on the 7.
I I thought as well as he cuts the balls, he probably should have shot at it. But he got a lot better shot here with the safety he played. He came out real well. What he wants to do here is to pocket this 6 and try to get straight in on that 7 ball. It's just to the right of the spot down there. So if his cue ball is somewhere down there near the side pocket, that will mean he's where he wants to be. Let's see, there you go. Down near the side pocket. He'll pocket the 7. And I don't know whether he'll try to get straight in on this 8. I think he is. If he can get absolutely straight in on this 8, he'll be able to shoot the 9 ball without banking it. He's got to get straight in now.
Oh, he should have gotten 3 inches out of that.
The reason he didn't get straight in, he was afraid of possibly falling it into corner pocket. You know, he's got a couple of, he can shoot this hard and hit the 9 ball.
Yeah, hit the 9 and reposition it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do here. Yes. That's
Look here.
Yes.
How about that for a little tickle
yes.
job? Now he's got a pretty good shot at it, and he would make this a very interesting match. It'd only be 6-5 if he wins this game. Nope. Oh, it is. Sometimes from this angle it doesn't look like it's going in.
You know, these players are playing in a lot better conditions than when we had our rooms. You know, when you think they're playing on this cloth with no nap or no fuzz balls on it, and they're playing in a hotel with wall-to-wall carpeting like this. Do you remember the tournaments that they used to hold in Johnson City?
Yes, I remember them well.
I mean, it was a motel on a highway with the smoke-filled rooms and.
I was one of the instigators of that tournament. In fact, I was in Johnston City, speaking of Johnston City, Illinois, Southern Illinois, Little Egypt, whereas they had the World's All-Around Pocket Billiard Championship for many years, 12 years to be exact. And I was there, Tony, before the first tournament. In fact, we talked George Jansko into having the first tournament. There was a group of us that there was not any tournaments at that time in 1960. There was not a tournament in the country anywhere of any significance, and we talked George Jansko into having a tournament. And he built a little building out behind the show bar in Johnston City, Illinois, just to host a tournament.
You know, Harry Petros used to say that you went there to play in a tournament, and George, he sold you the food you ate, rented you the bed you slept in, and when you left the tournament, you were worse off financially than when you got there.
But I had fun. Remember, you was talking about the late George Petros. I mean,
Harry Petros.
Harry Petros. And I still have a nice picture of Harry Petros and I playing in Johnston City. And he's dressed in a tie and a white shirt, and I'm dressed up pretty good. I remember that.
Do you remember that powerful stroke that Harry had?
Yes, he did. He looked like a Greek god almost. The build that he had.
I'm telling you. There was one shot he was able to make that no living human has made it till today. I've never seen anybody make it, where he draws a cue ball, it dies on the rail, and hops down the long rail, 3/4 of the length of the table, like a bunny rabbit, and scratches in the pocket. It's unbelievable. It's I've never seen anybody able to do it. But you've played Harry Petros a lot. I remember at the Bolero Bowling Alley up in 69th and Market. You spent many a night there playing Harry Petros one pocket. You would chase him to Philadelphia, then he'd chase you back to Arlington, Virginia, and you go back and forth like that.
Somehow I always had a lot of fun playing the guys from Philadelphia. There was always a match going on. If it wasn't Jimmy Fusco, it was Harry Petros or
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Linhart, Peter Rabbit Linhart, the author of How to Get By Without Working.
How to Get By Without Working, yeah. His favorite saying is, any game is better than no game at all, even if it's a bad game.
Great. And then there was a couple other players. Al Koslowski robbed me of one of the big tournaments in Macon, Georgia. I finished second to him in the U.S. Open 9-ball championship. As a matter of fact, it was put on by Roy Gandy, the manufacturer of this table, the one that started the company.
Yeah, Philadelphia had a lot of good players. Chick Davis.
Oh, yes.
Bridgeton Herbie.
I played them both.
Joe DiMaggio. Not the
played
ball
him.
player, but
Joe DiMaggio, the left-handed player from Philadelphia. Yes, there was a lot of. Meanwhile, getting back to the game, Grady has gotten the first shot here. The only troublesome ball is the 5-8 combination, which looks pretty good. And I would think he could easily pocket that with good position on the 5. He'll probably make the 8 in this upper right-hand corner pocket and the 5 in the opposite corner pocket, depending on where he gets with the cue ball on this shot. Let's see if I'm right on that. Okay, I predicted he'll make the 8 ball in this corner pocket up here to the right, with the 5 carrying him off the 8 ball and coming over here, and he'll make the 5 where the quarter is. There you
perfect.
go. Now, if the 6 will fit by the 9 there, from this angle, I can't quite tell, but the way he's shooting, I think it will. No, apparently not.
But he got
gonna
right on
end
it.
up perfect.
Unbelievable.
That, even if had he not hit the 7, he would have been just
But
perfect.
you realize he's still just one stroke in that cue stick. Down, take a look, and bang.
Uh-oh.
Tried to move the 9. I think I would have left the 9 where it was and just concentrating on getting position on that 7. He's jeopardized himself.
Well, the way it turned out, he ended up in a very awkward position here, and he's got to play a safety. You know, when you play a safety like that, if you can leave it right in the middle of the table with the cue ball in the middle, then with it close to the rail. But Mike here's got a pretty good shot, but he won't end up with much of a shot on the 9 ball. But the main thing is to make this 7 ball, or either play a safety.
See, Mike's not afraid of these shots. I mean, he'll cut this 7 ball, and he is not afraid of long, length of the table cut shots. Although it looks like he's going to play a safe, I believe. What do you think?
He's jacking up on this. Kind of surprises me. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing.
Yeah, he's going to play a
He played a
safe.
safety.
If he was going to try to cut that in, Mike would have just stayed with a level cue.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said he was going to play a safe.
I think he should have tried to cut it in with the 9 being where it is. But it's not a gimme, even if Mike should miss and Grady would get a shot at the 7 ball. This match has turned out to be a very competitive match. Tony, it looked like Grady was going to run away with it there in the beginning. And
Yeah.
now it's turned out it's 6-5, and if Mike should win this game, it's a whole new ball game.
Mike's doing the same thing that he did to Petey Fusco yesterday. Petey had him like 6-3, I believe, and wound up losing the match to him. He wears you down. I mean, he's steady. He makes the balls. You can't make a mistake with him. And he's probably one of your worst nightmares because of that.
Do you see what speed he had there with that 7 ball?
Perfect.
He placed it right
Yeah.
on the. Grady's got a pretty tough safety here. So I told you he had a tough safety. He ended up giving him a shot.
No, Mike Galassi is a real contender. I mean, he's nobody to play with. You can't leave him a shot. He's going to make it, and you can't wear him down.
Now, the only mistakes that, not mistakes, that Mike makes is occasionally he just does not quite know the moves with the 9 ball. Prior to that, but he knows about 80% of them. If he ever learns the other 20% of those, he is already a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Right now he's either going to be first or second in this tournament, so you can't get much better. Look at this shot.
One of his biggest assets, I find, and I saw him play in several tournaments now, he's very, very determined and careful. Most of your pool players aren't. And most of your pool players, you can count on them making mistakes and missing balls that they shouldn't miss. Mike does not do that. There he goes.
I want you to look at the shot that he made to get over there for position on that 9 ball.
We should have a replay of that one.
We got a new ball game here. The score is 6-6 after 12 games.
No, like I said, most pool players, you can count on them making a mistake and doing a silly thing like missing that obvious ball. Mike Galassi is not going to make that mistake, and that's why he's a force to be reckoned with. I said that to him last night in the hallway. I says, you know, Mike, I says, you get down the ball and you're very deliberate and you split the pocket every time, and he denied that. But he knows he knows he splits that pocket every time.
Did you See where the 9 ball has come to?
Yeah,
Right on his side of the table.
he is in an if that one clears the 3, which I can't tell from here, but evidently he thinks it does. This game is his.
All he has to do is just stop if it goes by the 3. How he played it, he would not,
Yeah.
apparently would not go by. I'll tell you what he's done. He put it in the, Grady is going, he's playing the 1, Grady is, if he happens to hit it. Well, I got a feeling that Grady's either going to be behind that 4 ball or the 6. I think
The 6. I think Mike will probably come off of that, thin that 1 and come back behind the 6, don't you?
I think he's going to be behind the 4 ball.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right. Oh,
He hit it a little hard.
Yeah.
You know, now Grady's got a pretty good safety here. All he has to do is,
okay.
now all Grady has to do is just thin this ball and leave him a combination down there, possibly put him behind this 7 ball down here. I think that's exactly what he's got in mind. Let's see if he gets behind the 7.
No, he didn't.
But he doesn't have a shot. Right now we're going to show you a shot on this 7 ball shot. And watch this Mike Galassi. He is on the rail here. And to draw this ball back with this control, he's trying to get as close to the rail as he can there, which he did. And he got himself in the only position where he could bank that ball. That was a great
fantastic.
shot. Another very good defensive move there on Mike's part. Grady's playing a safety. And Grady has returned it.
As I said before, it's this is a good game to watch because there's pressure on Grady. There's actual pressure as though he were gambling, even though he's not gambling, because being the organizer of this tournament, winning this match is worth $2,000 to him. So even though he's not directly gambling, just playing a tournament, he stands to gain $2,000 by winning his own tournament.
Well, they are jockeying for position to which one of them makes not necessarily a mistake. But Mike Galassi is calling the 1 ball in the event that he makes it.
That was it. Looked like might have been a bad hit. Was it a good hit? He said it was a
I
good
think
hit.
it was a bad. Well, I don't know. He said
The
it was a
referee
good
says
hit.
a good hit. I thought it hit the 6 first,
I
but from this
thought it
angle,
did
it's hard to
too.
tell you.
Well, look where Grady's put him this time.
I think if Grady would just slow down a little bit and take a little more better aim, he would have had a couple of these games that Mike won.
You're absolutely right.
It was a good hit.
He's let Mike back into this match, and
Yeah.
now it's anybody's game, a race to 5. Grady's going to play a safety, just going to thin this ball off the left side. Went a little hard, look out. Ooh, he got away with it.
Yes, he did.
Tell you what, they played some very good safeties here.
Nobody's gone to the jump queue yet.
I think Mike has to give up a shot here. Is he going to get lucky too and going to be behind the 9 ball? Here's a possibility. Grady doesn't like to use the jump cue.
He didn't call it, so it's Mike's shot.
So he got a fortunate.
See, that's another good thing about these rules. Luck doesn't count.
And Mike's got a good shot at putting him behind the 4 and the 6, or the 6 ball here. Let's see what happens. That's where he's trying to put him. And he is behind the 6 ball. He also, Mike didn't, he opened up the 4 ball where it will fit down in the corner pocket.
Oh, had a little too much stuff in that ball, and midway down the table, it took a curl.
Actually, you know, Mike Galassi has gotten himself in a position to take the lead here now, with lots of good safety play, and
he's a favorite to win this game right here.
if he can get the cue ball right out in the middle of the table, about midway between the 2 side pockets, there is the angle he wants, maybe a little bit more. Well, looky here. Boy, that was a terrible shot.
Yes, that was terrible.
There was an opportunity.
Well, that was the only thing that could have saved Grady, because had he gotten on that 4, I don't see how he could have not won this game.
You're right. If he had to hit it just a little bit harder. If you remember, I said he had to put it out there. That was. He may get out of this, but I don't like his chances.
You know, coming to the table from the chair, you should always take time on that first shot.
Yes, absolutely. He's attempting to just hit this ball, and hopefully it'll get safe.
That was a scratch. Ball in hand for Grady.
Now, advantage Grady. So far, he's just right. He wants to get just a little bit of angle on the 6. He didn't want to get that much.
No.
He's all right, but would like to have been a little closer.
Balls are going to run too much on him here. Got to be careful. Well, 2 rails.
Well, he's not exactly where he wanted to be.
You know, when you get out of line a couple inches, it's a world of difference when you're playing on this kind of pressure. Ooh, that kiss would have killed him.
Wow, or if he would have gone in the side pocket. Now Grady has this pocket up here. He's going to draw the ball over. He'd like to come back exactly where the cue ball is. Look how close he got to that angle.
Ooh.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a big game there. Grady took the lead at 7 games to 6 after the 13th game, and Mike Galassi had a good chance to win that and got himself
You know, Bill, it's easy sitting here and watching this game and critiquing it, but you know, the pressure when you're down there playing, the pressure they're under is phenomenal.
No question about it. And, you know, this is the finals of a really prestigious title tournament. And sometimes the pressure really gets to him, and it shows. Well, Grady was a little unfortunate. He hit the balls absolutely perfect. And the cue ball, or the 1 ball, ended up behind the 5.
Every game from here on out is a very important game because the score is 7-6, advantage Grady. But there's really only 4 or 5 more games, 4 or 5, depending on who you're talking about, to win this tournament. And so when you get close to the 10 mark, let's say, you know, you want to win every game you can.
Yes.
It puts pressure on your opponent that way.
Grady pushed out on this shot, and I didn't particularly like his push out there. And Mike has elected to let Grady shoot again. Apparently he can hit it and just bring it back down table. He has left a shot, but it's a very difficult one.
Difficult for you or me, but Mike Galassi jacking up,
Well, I don't know about this one. He's going to have to roll this ball in and try to follow the cue ball down the table there for the 3 ball. Grady was a little fortunate to kind of halfway tie the 4 ball up in a couple of pockets.
Look at that shot.
I'll tell you one thing. Folks, that is just a great shot.
It is a great shot.
Under the situation. He just made it look easy.
Off the rail, roll the ball accurately.
You know, he might go into this 4 ball here this time, or the 8, either one. Let's see. Oh no, he elected to go all the way up. Oh,
Oh, he's
well,
okay.
he got a shot.
I think that the referee should watch his hit carefully. This could be a well, I guess not.
No, he's got plenty of room to make this 4. If he hits the 8 ball first, he would not be close to the 4 ball. Boy, he made a great shot.
Great shot.
Tell you what.
So see, he got that draw off the 8. He
Mhm.
hit that 8. That cue ball came back because of that.
I tell you, he's got good control with this ball and pocketing the balls, as you could see. He can make those tough ones look easy.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know whether his 8 will fit in both pockets or not, but if it will only fit in the one same pocket, he's going to pocket the 7. He needs a little bit of an angle on the 7.
From my angle, it looks like the 8 would clear that 9 if he wanted to go that way with it. But I think he's going to go into the same pocket as he's going to 7.
He'll pocket the 7 and the 8 in the same pocket, I'm pretty sure. He's just going to draw back near where the spot is. Let's see how close he comes to the spot.
There you go.
That's the angle that he wanted. If he got straight in, you know what I would do? I would just stop right there and take a 2-rail bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if he wants to, he can draw back and take a 1-rail bank.
If he has the angle, he might be able to get behind that. But I don't know. It's so.
He's elected to take the 1-rail bank. He's going to draw back out in the same line where he is, which is, I think, 1-rail, of course, is always easier than 2. He wanted to get a little further out, but he can still make this ball. He's going to kind of hold it up a little bit. I mean, put in reverse English. That's inside left English.
Ooh, he hit that too conservatively.
He would have had a much better shot had he thrown the ball
You know,
back.
nobody's been trying the 4-railer from here.
You mean the 3-railer?
The 3-railer, yeah.
I know it. And they haven't been trying the 2-railer up and down the table, you know, when they have shots at it. They have just feel like there's too big of a risk on the shot, and so they have not been trying it. You know, Mike is attempting to make this ball. Now this one has got a good chance of, let's see how close it comes to kissing. Whoop. He got away from the kiss.
Yeah, he's been trying those backward cut banks in all the 3 games I watched him play here. Good speed.
Now this one is one of Mike's weakest shots here. Let's see what he does or what he leaves Grady. I know what he's elected to do. He's elected to just barely thin the ball and knock it over near the corner. Let's see what happens. That's exactly what he did. Did it well too. So Mike has learned that shot since about 2 matches back. He didn't have that shot in his repertoire.
Yeah, I think this is the first time he's played back pocket 9-ball in this particular tournament. I mean, this is the first back pocket 9-ball tournament that's been held.
I don't think it'll be the last because a lot of the players like the format.
And you know, even if it isn't, they should take some of the rules from this back pocket 9-ball and incorporate it into the regular 9-ball game. And I think you'd have a better skilled game at it.
Oh, no question about it.
You know, my wife Camille and I have sat and watched regular 9-ball tournaments, and people would luck balls in or make 4 balls on a break or make a 9-ball on a break, and the whole audience would applaud, and we would say, what are they applauding about? What is there to applaud about? There's no skill involved in any of those things.
You know, I have not. I'll check with our producer and ask, has there been a 9-ball made all week in the guy's right pocket? I don't know whether you heard me or not.
9 ball made all week you mean?
There's been one game, our producer tells us. And
1 9 ball in a break where someone won all week.
And if we were playing just regular 9 ball, there might be 50 or 100 of
God.
them. You know.
I've seen major tournaments. Won the last game, down to the wire, bang, 9 ball in a break, the tournament's over.
Yeah.
That's a letdown.
Grady hit this one well.
Very, very well.
He doesn't make it. Ooh, that is trouble. Let me show you this shot here. Mike has only got one choice. He's got to go to the long rail, which is the side rail, hit it and double kiss it, and hopefully hits deep down in the pocket. I wouldn't do what he's doing here. It might come back and kiss it more. But anyway, he's going to kiss it, and hopefully it kisses just about half the cue ball, which it did, and it came out very easily.
But of course, he left Grady with a pretty good bank, actually. It's a long rail bank. Grady's pretty good at reversing these balls. There you go.
Boy, he hit it good too. I can tell you that.
Now there's an example of a good table. Now that ball wasn't supposed to go, and it didn't go. Now if we were on a table that rolled even a slight bit in, that ball would have rolled in the pocket. So these are excellent tables, and the cloth is true. Now Long's Billiards did a good job installing these tables this week.
Now this is a little different shot than he had before. He's hitting the side rail with a lot of draw English, draw low left, and just going to hit in there. And oh, he hit it too thin. He hit too deep in there. Now if he would have executed that shot correctly, the cue ball would be over there in the pocket. Now, Grady's got an excellent one rail bank on this ball. And I'll tell you,
that's right.
Split the pocket.
That's right in the pocket. If it's got the speed. If it's got the speed.
Oh, boy,
would you say that reached the pocket with maybe one roll left?
No more than one roll. Maybe a half a turn. All right, folks, we're going to change the tape. We'll be right back.
That was a great takeout.
You know, that reached the pocket with a half a roll. You're right. Okay.
Okay, Grady Matthews just broke the balls. He pocketed the 1 ball on the break. Looks like he's got a pretty good shot at the 2 ball here.
The score right now is Grady Matthews 8 and Mike Gulyassy is 6.
Galassi.
Galassi.
All right, it's an unusual name. I've never seen it before. Apparently.
You don't pronounce that Y. G-U-L-Y-A-S-S-Y. Galassi.
I think he told me Galassi. Some people call it Gulyassy. I call it Galassi, and I think that's correct.
Very nice guy, too, you know.
Yes, he
Very
is.
Nice.
Grady has got complete control of this rack so far, and he's got the 9 ball off the rail. And the only thing he's going to have to do is with the 8 ball. If you notice, the 8 ball is down at this end of the table, and the 9's down at the other end. He's got to get position on the 8 where he can draw it back if he wants to shoot the 9 ball straight in the corner pocket.
Grady is in his zone right now. You can see it. He's really concentrating, and you notice for the first time he's really taking his time. He's not just poking at the present time. He's looking over everything and trying to really win this game. See, the problem is here he's so close to the 5. He's trying to figure whether to spin it with inside English or to get on that 6.
He doesn't want to get straight in.
There he goes.
That's a good play.
Yeah.
Now this one he can get anywhere on his 7 ball and get the position that he wants. Just bounce a little bit, not too much.
He's looking good.
He got a little more straight than he would like. Do you know what he's going to do? He's going to come back a couple of inches and then shoot the 8 in the upper corner pocket. And he's going to try to get.
He miscued but made the ball.
You know,
I think he was coming back. I think he was coming back for the side pocket.
No question about it. He's going to try to shoot it in the side pocket. But did you see how quickly he shot that ball?
Yes.
That was one of those one strokes.
Do you think it's out of nervousness, or is that just his style?
I think it's just his style. Well, that was a big miscue. He was lucky to have made the ball.
Yeah, he wanted to come back and make that 8 in the side.
He's going to play just a safety.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think he's going to take a chance.
He's going to try to put it up here in the middle of the rail. He's going to try to put the cue ball behind the 9.
Behind the 9 ball.
Made
I think
a bad shot.
Nope. I'll tell you, this is not
a bad shot.
This is not a shot to leave Mike. This is not a shot to leave Mike Galassi.
That was two bad shots in a row. One was the miscue.
Galassi. Yeah, this is not a shot to leave, Mike.
You know, he's got a perfect opportunity to make this ball and go down there near the corner pocket, in the upper left-hand corner pocket, and he's got position on the 9 ball.
Oh.
You know, he was trying to reverse that cue ball. I didn't see where he had to reverse it in order to get down there. And he would not even gotten that close had he made the ball. He would have come up about 6 inches shorter than that.
He used inside English on that shot.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Yes, and
No, I mean Grady just did.
yes, he did.
He executed that well.
Look at this
Look
shot.
at this shot.
I mean, that's not an easy shot. folks.
That's a new shot.
Believe me, it isn't. And to shoot it into a 4 1/4 inch pocket with that kind of authority is not easy. Anyway, Grady Matthews wins game number 15 and has taken a commanding 9-6 lead over Mike Galassi.
I'll tell you, the pressure's got to be on Mike now because Grady just needs 2 more games to win the tournament.
All right, Grady is breaking once again. I know this is redundant, but Grady is breaking from the left-hand side. Let's see if the 9 ball, now he has the right-hand upper corner pocket. Let's see if the 9 ball rolls over there on his side slightly.
And
Well,
it does.
It ended up getting kissed over there. Well, Grady didn't get a shot after the break, but he does have the 9 ball in position much more favorable for him than Mike's. He's going to just push out here. Try to put Mike in a position that he certainly cannot run out. Oh, let's see. What do you think Mike will do with this one, Tony?
It's hard to tell with Mike. I'd hate to think he would take a wing and try to cut that in, but he's just liable to do that rather than play safe. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Try to actually make the ball.
I don't like it going over in this corner. Even if he
That's what
makes
it looks
it,
like
he's
he's
not
gonna
going to
do.
have a very good shot at the 2 ball.
That's what he's doing
Let's
now.
see if he
And
makes
made
it.
Yeah.
Well, he double-crossed me. He hit the 6. Had he gone on by it, you know, he's got a pretty good chance of getting out here now.
I think most fellows would have played a safety there, but he cuts balls in well.
He
so.
just shuts them in like they were very, very easy.
Actually, by being able to do that, you put pressure on your opponent because he knows that you're going to get out or take a shot wherever it leads you. Ooh, he's got it though, just enough.
I know he and I both, you didn't think it was going to get there, neither did I. He got there.
That's the advantage of Simonis cloth. You know, years ago you'd never be able to get that kind of distance on a shot like that.
He hit that badly. I know he wanted to be a little closer to the 4 ball than this. He's been making these shots with regularity, so let's see what he can do here.
Look at that.
I'm going to tell you, folks, those are not easy shots.
No, they're all difficult.
Now, all he has to do is just make the 6 and make sure he doesn't get straight in on the 7. He's got to have a little angle on the 7 to get out where he wants to get on the 8. There's the angle that he wanted.
He's still very much in this match.
If he can win this game, he's still in this match. He wants to get almost straight in on this 8 ball.
Oh, he didn't want that angle, but
now he's going to have to take what he can get here now. I would suggest that he just roll it in, try to kill the cue ball over there, and have a little angle on the 9 where he can bank it up toward his pocket.
yeah.
That's what he's elected to
Yeah.
do. And Mike has the pocket down here where the quarter is. And he's going to just bank this one rail. Fairly easy. Stop the cue ball down there near that pocket.
You know, if you can make balls like Mike Galassi and bank like Ronnie Allen, you'd be the favorite to win back pocket 9 ball. Because Ronnie Allen make these shots all day long, never miss them.
Well, he came up pretty close. Had he hit that a little harder, it would have shortened. And well, let's see. Grady's got several choices here. He can back up on this. He can bank it across toward his hole. I think he's elected to back up on it. He's going to hit the rail first. He does that really well. But he hit that one a little thinner than he wanted to. In fact, he almost scratched, and he left Mike a pretty good bank at this hole. The only problem is Mike's got to be careful about the scratch. Here he is. He has to kind of cue the cue ball low. And when you scoot it down there with that kind of a scoot, it's kind of hard to have the exact speed that you want. Well, he succeeded in one thing. He's at the right speed, and he's got Grady on the defense now. This is one of the more difficult positions to play a safety from. Now, I think he's elected to just roll it down there and hit it real easy. Watch out.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh.
As I told you, as I predicted, it was
yeah.
a very dangerous shot. So he just... when you do that and you leave the ball out there, you are a loser.
Yeah, he should have made sure he didn't roll it in the pocket.
Well, I'm going to concede this to Mike Galassi. And now the score is 9 games to 7.
I'll tell you, this is a horse race.
I'll tell you, Mike's not out of it by a long shot. Grady doesn't get on the hill here pretty soon. Mike is still in the game.
Yeah, if Grady would have had that game and been on a hill, I would have...
I almost conceded it to Grady, yes.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still a race. Well, it's only fitting that these two fine players come down, and it's certainly not a lopsided match.
You know, I'd like to see Chicago Bugs play this back pocket 9 ball because he's a little more expertise on these banks.
He's referring to Leonard Bugs Rucker from Chicago, Illinois, the left-handed player there that is an excellent player, and he would love this game. He and Grady have played probably this game before. I know they've played 1 ball, 1 pocket before. So this is just... Oh, I'll tell you what, our producer said he would like to see this game made with 6 balls. Play 6 ball back pocket 9 ball. Not a bad idea.
That would be really getting into your... You love to accelerate games.
Well, it would make it a little quicker.
I think you're the inventor of the 1 ball, 1 pocket. Eliminate all the other balls. Why make 7 first?
I said, let's shorten things up instead of playing 1 pocket and trying to make 7, and then you need 1 to win. Let's just throw the 7 in each other's pocket, and we got 7 apiece, and now we'll just play 1 ball. And I like to get a climax early. Playing pool, that is.
Yeah, right. I think he could. You think you can see that 3 to put it in a pocket, or is he sitting there?
Let me see what he looks like. I don't. It's awful close. I think he can make it, but I'm not sure that he can do what he wants. He can move his 9 ball in a favorable position if well, he was able to make it.
It's hard to tell from here when you know.
Mm-hmm. Grady's got to figure out a way to get on this 6 ball. And what he's looking at is to come off with a 7 is kind of in the way. If he had happened to nip that 7 on the way up, he wouldn't be able to get where he
You don't think he can get
wanted.
behind that 7? And
I do
slide
think
that
he can get that behind the 7, and it's pretty close, but that's about the only alternative that he has. It's hard enough.
He's got to go for the bridge on this one. Unless
Wow. You know, I don't think he's going to even... Well, he is.
left-handed.
This not an easy shot. Looky here, what a shot.
Oh my goodness. That was a very difficult shot.
That wasn't a good shot. Now, you know what he's going to do? I know this guy.
He's going to try to get by.
Force the cue ball over there, about where the score markers are.
Oh,
He didn't get
a
there.
little too quick. A little too quick.
Now, knowing him, he's going to try to double bank this ball. Look, see where he put the chalk? Let's see how close if the ball hits the chalk. Watch the chalk. No, it's a little too long. He wanted to hit the chalk up there, and he cut it a little too long. I could tell.
If he had taken his time with that 8-ball a little bit, he would have gotten over.
He would have gotten over
Yeah.
there.
Actually, the match would have been over if he had taken his time with just a couple of shots, but that's always the case. You could always say that about any match.
And Mike's actually going to aggressively try to make this ball in his pocket. He's got a little bit of a shot. He cuts these balls very well. But he has to make sure that he hits it. He's got to spin the ball if he's going to try to make it in his pocket. He's got to spin it to keep from scratching. That's what he's doing. Look how well he hit this ball, folks.
Oh my goodness. How about that?
I'll tell you what, Grady put him back in the game, or he put himself back in the game with a great shot. The winner of game number 17 is Mike Galassi. He now trails 9-8.
You know, Poole has quite a loyalty, though. You know, the time I was back in Jimmy against you in Lynchburg, Virginia, there was a fellow at this tournament who writes a trick shot article for the Billiard Digest, and he came up to me and says, I live in Lynchburg. I came to this tournament from Lynchburg, Virginia, drove all the way here with his brother and a friend, and he said, I was there at that Town and Country pool room on the highway 25 years ago when you were playing Jimmy Fusco.
That's right. His name is Bill Marshall. He
That's
goes
right.
by the nom de Q, I believe, Willie Joplin.
Willie Joplin,
Looky here what Mike just did. He nicked and almost made the 9-ball in his pocket here.
I would have to give him the game here unless he makes a drastic error.
He will shoot this 1 ball in, and I would say just come straight back down the table near the side pocket. And he has several ways that he can go on this. That's what he's elected to do. He'll draw the ball back down around the side pocket. There he is, going down near the side pocket. Now, he's got several ways he can get on this 4-ball. He might play it in the corner or the side. I think he's elected to play it in the corner. Let's see. Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Ooh. Well, I said he would have this game if he didn't make a drastic error, and I think this would qualify as one of those errors. He definitely wouldn't get out from here. He's got to play a good safety.
You know, I don't like this safety. He's got to get behind the 6 on this shot, or if he's not hitting it hard enough, has to be behind the 6. Well, he got it there.
But what also makes this back pocket 9-ball great is because even though that 9-ball is sitting near a pocket, it's not sitting near the right pocket for Grady Matthews.
Well, it's not a bad position for Grady. It's not as good a position as Mike because it's a perfect bank across the corner.
Yeah, what I mean is when Mike tied himself with the 4-ball, normally in a regular game of 9-ball, you would say, well, he made a mistake. It's going to be the opponent's game, and the 9-ball's sitting right near the pocket, but the 9-ball's not sitting near the pocket that Grady has to get it in, and that's what makes this game great. It puts that one dimension, it takes the other 4 pockets, 5 pockets out of play, and makes the game more difficult.
Grady has taken a break here for a moment, and he is back.
With a bunch of paper towels.
Apparently his cue, his hands could be a little sweaty, or his cue's gotten a little wet. He's come back with a paper towel. It's a little damp, and then he's going to take a dry one. And I think he feels very fortunate to even have a kick shot this game. Because if Mike had not have made that mistake, it would be a new ball game, a race to 2, and then that could be anybody's game. I predict if Grady wins this game, which I don't think he is, unless he gets a little lucky on the leave here.
Ooh.
He didn't get very lucky.
No,
though.
he didn't get lucky on the leave.
He got lucky to one extent that he, Mike has got to pocket this 4-ball and get around on the 5. Now, when I say that, he is just frozen on the rail.
Right. If he hadn't been on the rail, it'd be an easy task.
Yes.
On the rail, he has to actually, he would have to follow that ball and go 2 rails to get on that 5, I think.
From this angle, he could elevate the cue a little bit and not take a big high-risk shot.
I think he'd do that or
get
go
back
2 rails.
I don't know. It's just difficult to say. I think I would elevate the cue a little bit here and just try to come back down around where the 7 is. But let's see. If he's got a little angle here, he could go 2 rails and come around for the 5. But that being on the rail is not easy. Uh-oh, he's going to try to draw the ball a little.
Yeah, he's gone for elevating.
He hit it pretty
Very
well.
good. You see how careful he is, though? He took his time on that shot. That makes the world
He
of
even
difference.
loosened his shirt,
Yeah.
you know, where he knew he was going to have to kind of elevate the cue. The only problem that he has here with his 5-ball is just making sure that he does not get behind the 7-ball.
Mm-hmm.
He did it well.
Perfect.
He looked to see if his 7 would fit in his pocket up here. He's got the perfect angle for playing it in this corner if it will go in this corner.
Yeah, it does fit. I'm looking at it from here. I'm sitting on a different side of the booth here.
So he'll just force the 6 in there, force the cue ball over to the rail, come off the rail a couple of...
No,
he had enough angle to go to the other pocket.
he figured why move the 9 and...
Tony, I think you could handle these 2.
I don't know, under this kind of pressure, I'll probably miss both of them.
No, Tony's a very accomplished player. He's very modest, and he learned how to play from some of the best in Philadelphia.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a horse race. This is 9 to 9. It's a race to 2, and it could be anyone's game.
I'll tell you what, Grady has opened the gate a couple of times, and Mike has taken advantage of it, and he's tied the score at 9 games each. And breaking the balls, I would say it is anybody's race now.
You know, from the outset, I would have said Grady was had big advantage to winning this this particular match, but that isn't the way it's coming out. We've got an even game here.
A race to 2. Well, Mike has got advantage. Mike, I want you to look at this. Got the 9-ball on his side. He's got a chance to run out. He's got an easy shot on the 1 with drawing the ball back on the 2.
Behind the 2. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think Grady should have kept it a race to 9.
Yeah.
He got the 9 first. He would already be out. It was a big mistake. Well, so far, he's all right. The only troublesome ball in this group is the 8-ball. It will only fit in the lower or the long pocket that he's playing the 2 in right here.
Mike is going to be very, very careful. Try not to make any mistakes. If he gets on the hill here, the pressure will be on Brady to win the next game, and that makes it twice as hard when the guy's on a hill.
Well, if Mike runs these balls and gets the first shot at the 9-ball, if he happens to make it, I make him the favorite. There's a little bit of out of line, although it's not that bad.
You know, you should see him play on a barroom table with the heavy cue ball. Unbelievable. He runs 9-ball racks like there's no tomorrow.
He's just going to pocket this 5-ball in the upper left-hand corner pocket and draw the cue ball back out in the middle of the table. There it is. You know, I think he got a pretty good angle on this. He will follow this ball and try. He got a little straighter than he wanted.
And just get on the other side of the 8 and shoot it in the opposite pocket from where the 9 is sitting.
That's right. He's going to follow this ball. Well, is he drawing?
Is he going to go 2 rails back? Looks like he's going to go 2 rails and go around the table for it.
I guess he is. He might have that angle.
And he got it. Although I wish he would have been up a little higher there, but he's
still all right.
Yeah.
That was good thinking. It's a lot easier to get on that ball going 2 rails like that. He'll just pocket this slowly. Try to come back, make sure he has a shot on the 9-ball. He doesn't want to miss it. He was walking around the table just kind of looking things over to see how he wanted to get on that 9-ball. Well, he got an awkward angle on it. He's going to have to cross this ball. But he's got a shot at making it, but he's not exactly where he wanted. What he's going to do, he's going to cross this ball. He's going to put a lot of low left-hand English on it.
Get out of the way of it.
Get out of the way of it and try to turn it so it will go over near his pocket or in the pocket.
Oh, he hit it 2. Or did he hit it?
Hit it.
In.
Good. Wow.
I thought he had missed that.
And the winner of game number 19 in this match and taking the lead at 10 games to 9 is Mike Galassi. So Mike, I don't think Grady got a shot that game.
No, he didn't.
And that's
I would have never thought that Mike would be on the hill before Grady.
Not the way they began, and Grady took a pretty commanding lead. I think it was like 6-3 at one point, and then at that time, in that stretch there,
and it's like almost like the speed of the game changed. Grady had it going his way, and he had the playing his game, and then all of a sudden it slowed down and started to get into Mike's speed. I can never figure out how that happens, but I've seen it happen before.
Well, there goes the 9-ball again over on Mike's side of the table.
And he's got a shot on the 1.
The only problem ball he has here is the 2-ball. And there is an alley through there, but it would be very difficult to play position if he got in that one little alley there between the 5 and the 7, which is very close to the blue ball up there on the right-hand side. It's where he's kind of shaking his head.
The only other option would be to go up the table and have a thin cut. I think he'd opt to get in that alley, wouldn't you?
Well, he's got a couple of choices here. Let me show you what he can do. He can try to get in that alley or go all the way down the table. And in the event that he comes up, you can hear what he tried to do.
Look at
and
he did it. He did it.
And you know why?
He kissed 2 balls and the 2.
He has got a perfect angle to get position on the 3-ball. The red ball is the one up here right under the Long's billiard supply near the quarter. The ball nearest the quarter. He'll just go 2 rails, come around for the 3, and then he's got a pretty good run up to the 9-ball. The only problem ball is the 9-ball, but he's got a good 3-rail bank at the 9-ball. He came up a little shorter than he would have liked on this ball, but the way he's pocketing the balls, it might look like a hanger. You know what? He's shooting an Efren Reyes shot. He's going to just spin this ball, the cue ball, go 2 rails, and come back out in the middle of the table. About where he is right now. Let's see how close he gets to where he is now. There he is, right back near where he was. Good angle.
Speaking of Efren Reyes, he'd play this game well, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. I'm sure you'll see Efren Reyes in one of these back pocket 9-ball games or tournaments in the near future. Tell you, all Grady can do is sit in the chair and watch.
I'll tell you, I would like to see this game go 10-10. Be more exciting, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike wouldn't agree with that, but for the spectators, a 10-10 game is always a thrill. Hill game.
Oh.
Uh-oh, what was he trying to do there?
Well, he was trying to come back off the rail there, and he hit it a little badly, and he was reversing the cue ball, and it didn't reverse that much. He's got, he's going to play a safety here, and he's just going to put the ball in the middle of the table and try to put the cue ball behind the 7 down there in the middle of the table. You know, look how well he has done this.
Look at that.
Folks, all I can tell you is that is an excellent, excellent.
I mean,
position.
to hide the cue ball behind one ball on the table is that's having speed control. Ooh, he should have called it. He should have called it. Oh.
Well, I wouldn't have done any good.
No, it wouldn't have done any good either.
Now looky here what he has done for Mike here. Mike's got a choice here. If he wants to follow this ball up and try to get straight in on the 9 ball, that's what I think he'll do.
Or he could he actually could have played a carom and moved the 9 ball out, but that's a little risky.
Well, let's see where he gets. Boy, Grady gave him a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
If he can get this ball over there on the rail without, and he has done it. Look at the speed of this ball, folks.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is for game, set, and match. I think the only thing that would save Grady right here is for this ball to catch the point of the side pocket.
Or bobble in a corner pocket. But it's not going to do that.
Dead
It's
center of the
dead
pocket.
center.
And the winner of the tournament is Mike Galassi, who wins the match 11 games to 9. The players shake hands, and Mike is smiling now, which I don't blame him.
That was an excellent match. Excellent.
We're going to have an interview with the player here, the winner.
Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations, Mike. It's a great batch there.
Well,
Listen,
Bill.
you fell behind, and I didn't have much hope for you there for a
Well,
while.
I didn't either. I just hung in there, just going to see what was going to happen. And
You know, last night I told you, I said that you cinch every shot, you split the pocket with every shot, and you denied it. I was talking to you,
Well.
and I'll tell you, you do split the pocket every time.
I did. I played well this week. Really good.
All I can tell you is it was a good feel, and some of the best players in the world at this back pocket 9 ball. You
Yeah.
beat both of Fusco's.
I'm more amazed than anybody in here.
He beat Petey Fusco twice.
Yeah.
He put him in the losers bracket and then put him out of the tournament.
I was just telling Tony here that earlier in the week I watched you play some of your matches, and you picked up a lot of moves just along the way.
Yeah, I was watching these guys, what they were doing with that 9 ball. Yeah.
In fact, last night he was sitting up in the bleachers and he was talking to Mike LeBron, and he was all ears. Mike LeBron was critiquing the game, and,
Right.
and they were talking.
I
and
was asking everybody.
Yes, and
well,
I
how do you
was
do
looking
this?
at Mike and I was saying, this guy really and truly is a student. He is talking to Mike LeBron because Mike LeBron plays a lot of one pocket, and he was just absorbing everything Mike was saying, which is a tremendous gift to have, to be able to learn by talking to people, and
Oh,
you're open to learning. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Mike helped me out a lot, and Grady helped me out a lot. Bill, you told me a few things, and a few other people told me a few things, and they really helped me out a lot.
But the one thing you do that's the great asset, which most pool players don't do, is you absolutely don't miss a shot that you're supposed to make. You cinch it. You really get down and cinch that ball. And if you look at a lot of players, they just get careless. You don't get careless.
I played good this week, that's all I can say.
All I can tell you is congratulations to you, Mike. I know you're a
Thanks.
happy young man.
Man.
And this 5,000 will go a long ways towards that
New baby, that's right.
that's coming in about 30
right.
days.
Well, you have a baby coming in 30 days? That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
This will
Your
be
first?
his second.
Second.
And we congratulate you. You have done some fine playing, and I've enjoyed watching you. And really, I got to where I knew your patterns pretty well, and I
Yeah.
got to where I
Yeah.
could predict what you were going to do. And as I say, you picked up a lot of knowledge this week, and you executed well. You made some long shots. We had to do a couple of replays on some draw shots that you came off.
He jacked up.
All I can tell you, that's about like making a 30-footer on the button green up there for the cheese.
Any opponent that leads to any kind of a shot any kind of a shot, whether the whitey's on the rail or not, is suicide. That's this guy. Just pockets everything.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but it did this week.
Once again, Mike, I'd like to congratulate you, and I'd like to thank my guest, It's been a pleasure working with both of you.
You too, Bill.
And, all I can say is good luck to you. I'm sure I'll see you again at the end of the year.
Thanks, Bill.
Congratulations.